Good morning to all of you wonderful people watching. Today we are in a very fascinating place. We are in the village of Tabo, which is in Spiti Valley, northern India in Himachal Pradesh. And it is home to the oldest functioning Buddhist monastery across all of India. It is over 1,000 years old and it has been incredible to spend some time here and to check out the place. There are also some ancient caves where monks used to meditate. We will also be going to check that out, and there's also a very ancient tree. And so this is a very special place, and I'm going to show you around. And I've been staying in a very nice homestay. Check out the view. It is a beautiful day. As you can probably hear, there's a lot of construction going on and development in the area. But I'm gonna head to the monastery now. So there is the entrance to the monastery. This is the old one, and this is the newly built one. And I believe this is where the monks will stay. This is their residence. And big, beautiful monument. Very peaceful here. As you can see, we have kind of stupa here and some information about the place, and the opening times, along with some prayer wheels along the front. Now, as I said, this temple is very old. It was built in 1996 Anno Domini, making it over 1,000 years old. Let's check it out. So this is the kind of entrance, and we have a few different temples in here, one in here, and a gift shop. Another temple here, and as I said, it's not actually open yet, but just to look around and to see. These are all made from kind of mud clay and straw, which is incredible, really. I've never seen a temple complex like this. It is very unique. Just the shapes and everything like that, and wow. And as you can see, it is built in an absolutely gorgeous place. And when we go up to the caves, you can kind of overlook and see the whole complex. And again, we have different stupas here, multiple different buildings. So I found a beautiful little place under a tree to explain the magnificent history of this complex. As you can see, it is very quiet and peaceful around here. And as I mentioned, this was built in 996 AD. And it was founded by someone by the name of Yeshio, and he was from a place called Purang Goge, which is in western Tibet. And it was actually built, though, by someone called Loswa Rinchen Zangpo. There is a legend where Yeshio sends 21 young students to study Tantra in Bihar, India. Because of the tough climate, 19 of these students died. Rinchen Zangpo was actually one of the survivors. As I mentioned earlier, his full name is Loswa Rinchen Zangpo. Now, Loswa in Tibetan means great translator. So as you can imagine, he plays a very important role in kind of the spread of Buddhism. He was responsible for translating many Buddhist Pali scriptures into Tibetan. This also has the name of the Ajanta of the Himalayas, and that is because of the paintings, the murals, the scriptures, the statues that are placed inside of these temples and along the walls. Now, many of the art that is shown inside of here was done by artists from Kashmir. Now, long time ago, Kashmir was a center for Buddhism, and so Rinchen Zangpo brought people from Kashmir to kind of do these depictions, and they are absolutely beautiful. Even after all this time, they are so very clear, and it is really fascinating to be inside these places and kind of witness the history that is decorated along the walls through different forms of art. And I absolutely love history. I love archaeology. I love to be in a place where I can be immersed in the history. And so it is a great honor to be here and to just kind of feel feel the energy here and to see these things. I think it's one of the greatest parts of travel, if you love history, is to come to places like this and to just kind of explore. And yeah, as I've said, it is very, very beautiful around here. Inside of the temples, you're not actually allowed any photography. Nothing is allowed inside. And so I can't actually show you inside, I can just show you around the outside. But however, I bought postcards, and so I can throw up some photos, and so you can get a kind of broad little idea of what it looks like inside. But I do think to fully experience what it's like here, it's best obviously to experience it yourself. But yeah, it is a great gift to be here, like I said. We are going to continue and walk through, show you guys around, and it is very quiet here. In general, my whole stay here has been very quiet. Very few tourists. Maybe people come just for the day, but I've been staying here 4 nights, and I think it's really nice to be able to come to a place and take it in, really appreciate it, really feel it. And yeah, I think here is a very special place to do that. It is actually off season. I'm here in August, and peak season I believe is May and June, but it doesn't look like off season. I mean, climate wise, of course there are rains and things like that, but I think there's less people here, mostly because the roads can get blocked and things like that. It's just so picturesque. As you can see from this big kind of stupa, we have different carvings inside. I think these are all kind of Tibetan style carvings. And as you can see, this literally has kind of straw built into it, and that is what these incredible structures are made from. Just like I said earlier, kind of mud, clay and straw. And yeah, in this region in general, that is what a lot of the houses are also made out of. And yeah, it's, like I said, super unique. Very unique to be here. And just to see the beauty here, it's very special. This is a small little shrine, small little temple inside. And I actually came here yesterday. The first 2 times I came, it was locked. I came here yesterday and I heard an older lady inside sitting doing some mantras, and I was able to go in, and that was a reminder that we're always where we need to be, always in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people. As you can see up along here, these are the ancient caves that I was talking about, and we will go and explore these in a little bit of time. As I mentioned earlier, they were used for meditation. And again, when I get up there, I'll explain a little bit of the history that one of the locals explained to me. Here is another look at the ancient, very old kind of structures. We can see some prayer flags up there. And yeah, the architecture here is just, to me, very beautiful. We have 2 more temples here inside with murals. I've been inside this one. This one has been locked since I've been here, so I'm not actually sure what it looks like inside. Even the doors, the entrance to the doors, very kind of detailed woodwork. More big stupas. And here we have some, I think they're called money stones, but I believe they're used for good luck with Tibetan kind of scriptures. And yeah, that is a look around Tabo monastery. I do apologize for the noise in the background. But yeah, incredible. Now we've left, and this is, as I showed you guys earlier, the new monastery. You can kind of see the comparison. New, and we see there the very ancient and old. Now we are about 3,300 meters high, and so while the temperature might not actually be that high, we are closer to the sun, and so you definitely do feel the heat. Because it's early in the morning, it's not so harsh, but definitely I recommend if you come here, bring a hat or like I've got a scarf to cover your head. Now I'm just walking to show you guys the ancient tree that's here. Before I do, just look how incredible it is around here. So nice. Walking down this pathway, and yeah, just you can see here the temple, and around is just so green and beautiful. And here we have some apples which are growing, as you can see, and maybe you can see and hear many bees. So this is the tree. You can probably see the trunk is absolutely huge, and this tree is said to be around 400 to 500 years old, and from my understanding this was also used for, at some point in time there would have been a teacher, and there would be kind of teachings that would be done by this tree. And trees are, in general, trees are very, very special. You know, their roots spread out through everything. They are an absolutely incredible piece of creation. But when you come to an ancient place, this tree has been here and seen so much. So yeah, it's incredible to kind of come and connect with the nature around you, connect with the tree, and just, yeah, to admire its beauty, to admire its magnificence. It's been through so much climate, so much change, and still it stands here strong in all its glory. Yeah. And if you would like to come to this tree, maybe you can meditate underneath. Like I said, I've come around the back way of the temple, so you kind of go through the new temple and you can walk all the way around. Also, you can walk down this path. So if you come to this tree, there's actually a perfect seating position. Like it holds you perfectly. And as I said, trees are very, very special, you know. Give us shade from the sun, provide life. And as you might have seen from that last clip, this is a prayer wheel. This is a very big one, and along here we have some smaller ones. There are also some which people will use kind of by the hand and turn it around. And as you can see along here, there is some Tibetan writing, some mantras, some scriptures, and also many kind of different symbols. Now, prayer wheels are used to kind of help purify oneself. And as you turn the prayer wheel once, you kind of reincite the mantra that is held inside the wheel. And so this can help with karma and different things like that, and to help all beings in the world. Now, a very common Tibetan mantra is Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. And this meaning, by my understanding, is to help purify the impure body, mind, and speech. And so you can recite this mantra, and this is what the intention is. It will help purify yourself and kind of become more in one with the Buddha mind, the pure mind. And this whole Tibetan culture, learning about it has just been so fascinating. Okay, let's give this one a turn. As you can see, there's a bell up there. And with these smaller ones, also you spin them clockwise, and yeah, also the same idea. Now, before I head to the caves and explore them, I'm actually going to go and get some food. As you can see, local market here. Okay, food has arrived. Have some black tea also. So this is called tuka. Tuka is a traditional dish that comes from Tibet, and I believe it is wheat noodles that are kind of dipped in an alkaline based solution like baking soda, something like that. And this is so that the noodles, when they're in this kind of soup, they don't go soggy. And the first time I ever had this was in Key Monastery with monks. I ate it with monks and it was very good. And it's nice when you travel around to try the local food, things like that. And yeah, this is full of vegetables, and yeah, let's give it a taste. Very good. Like I said, packed with vegetables. Packed with vegetables, and it's got a kind of spicy taste to it, like the soup. But it's, yeah, very good. There's also something similar called tentuk. Actually, such a good taste. It actually does come with paneer. I don't eat paneer, so if you do order it, maybe just ask without. And you add some soy sauce, and it's just, there's so much flavour packed into this bowl. And it's, anyone wondering of the price, the soup, the tentuk is 180 rupees and the black tea is 10 rupees. I really enjoyed that. So tasteful, so much taste, and also fills you up, and yeah, very good stuff. Okay, that was so delicious, and now we're gonna head up to the caves. Every time I've been to the caves, I think 3 times, every single time I've had either 1 or 2 local guides join me. So we'll see if they join this time also. There they are. Have a good day, brother.
Same to you.
Bye.
Bye.
Here they are. Hello, my friends. Hi, buddy. You gonna come with me again? Come on then. Hello. Hi, hello again. Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. Come on then. Oh, no, you're gonna stay. It looks like they're actually going to stay. I understand, I think because of the heat maybe. But yeah, every other time they've guided me right the way up. And it was really nice to have some guides with me, some local guides. And I think if you come, they seem to join many people. They like to just go and get some exercise, maybe go along for a journey. And yeah, maybe they were past monks in their lives, and that's why they like to come up here. Ooh! But yeah, as you could hear in one of the last clips, I bumped into someone that I met in the wedding, and he was the one that kind of... So I had in my head, maybe I'll go speak to a monk and understand kind of the history of Tabo and things like that. Ended up going to a very local wedding that was just outside of my guest house, me and a friend, and I bumped into him, we started to talk, and he was so knowledgeable about history, the history of Tabo, and he explained so much to me about the caves and the monastery and things like that. That's actually how I have this knowledge about the place. And obviously I've looked a little online, but I think local people with local knowledge is a great way to learn. And all you have to do is go ask some questions to people, and yeah, I think you'll find the right people. The right people will find you. Yeah, they are. Few stairs to get up. Doesn't take so long to walk up here. And the caves stretch down this direction and down here. And so, yeah, so basically he explained to me that Spiti Valley at one point, millions of years ago, was underwater. And with the rise of the Himalayas, and I think a shift in the tectonic plates, all of this land that we see around us rose. And he said, after the Ice Age, this is where these caves kind of formed. Now, looking online, it's kind of mixed. Like, some people say they're man-made, but I think maybe the possible reason of how these caves are here is, yeah, they were natural caves, and over time they got kind of further dug out, further widened, and so they could be used for meditation and things of that nature. And also there's some different rooms which I'll show you around, and they have kind of shrines and things like that in them. And so yeah, These were used for meditation by monks many, many, many years ago. My friend just then explained to me, now it's very, very rare that monks will come up here and use them. But at some point when people were traveling from Tibet, they would come through Tabo to get down to Kashmir and things like that. So they'd have to come through here via caravans. And he explained to me that people found these caves and they would use them to protect themselves against the weather and the climate and things like that. And they saw that the land here was fertile. And so they kind of settled here. And I believe this is how Tabo came to be a village. And now, as you can see, many, many houses, things like that. The monastery that we were earlier is just here. And yeah, now we're gonna go show you guys the caves, see the amazing structures here. To me, it's really like out of a movie. And then we have, you see the river flowing in the back and many fields. I believe here will grow mutta, there's apple orchards, and if you can see, this is the tree, the old tree that we were at earlier. Here we have the first kind of cave. And this, you know, you could imagine at some point in time there would be people here staying in these caves, there would be monks meditating in them, and to be able to witness a part of history is so amazing to me. It's so cool. Really, really a dream of mine to explore places like this. I think India is definitely a place that has fulfilled many, many of my dreams and continues to. And had so many incredible experiences and people that I've met, connections that I've made. Travel is an absolute gift. And here we're coming up to another cave. This one is pretty dark, but very deep, also kind of big. From inside this cave, we have a great view of Tabo Monastery. It's happened quite a lot recently where I'm kind of at a place and I look at a place in the distance and at some point I end up there, which is, of course, we were there earlier looking up. And here it even looks like there's a little carved out bench so you can sit down and do some meditation in here. Yeah. Wow. Right next to this one, I have another big cave. This one definitely looks like a place big enough to sleep in, protect from the cold weather. And I actually spotted, looks like there's some carvings here. Looks like a man, no, stick figure. No idea if this is original or dates way back. See some more kind of carvings, but yeah, I'm not too sure about the history of this. But of course people in here would make fires to keep warmth, and again you can see a really amazing view out over Tabo village. To be in a place where, you know, monks have meditated and lived is, like I said earlier, really a dream of mine. This idea of being in ancient places and now being able to discover them is really a magnificent part of travel. And like I said, to live out dreams, to live out things that have been planted inside of you, that is a natural desire, and to be able to follow this, to be able to experience it is just so magical. You see there's just so many. This is a deep one inside there, very dark. We have another one right here. Again, definitely a livable kind of area, very big. And some of them will have these plastic bags so you can sit on the floor and do your meditation practice. And yeah, looks like a fireplace by here. And when you're inside, really it's like you're kind of course sheltered from the sun. It's much warmer in here. I think it's a natural house, a natural protection from the elements outside. And yeah, wow. Another massive structure here and another cave. Stepping into this cave, I noticed on the top all these different symbols and kind of carvings. Wow. Some initials, I think. Wow. And also came, and you can see these rocks. I'm not sure what the meaning of this is. So you see there's multiple of them. And again, this is a place where you can come, sit. There's a sheet so you can meditate. And these, again, I'm not sure how old they are, but you know, maybe people have just come and done them themselves. See many of these rocks in this cave. Many. Very beautiful. So many. You can see these structures just so intricate, almost alien-like to me. I think nature really creates the most amazing forms of art. I've seen these all around Asia, these kind of stones being stacked, and only recently I learned that people stack them and they make a wish. It's like luck, and I think you stack 7 on top of each other, and that's, yeah, it grants you some luck maybe. Walking on through, you see some prayer flags up top, and then we have a room straight up ahead. So there's a sign there that basically says not to stand on the roof of this, I guess because it's fragile. And I'm also not sure when this was built. Maybe it's the assembly hall, but you can see also made out of clay. And I came here yesterday, it was open. Is it open now? Yes. Wow. Big open room. Incredible. That's the end, but yeah, you see, big open room. And then a small kind of shrine in here. Amazing to me that it's all, you know, naturally made. And amazing. Yeah, there's a lady in there, that's why it's been a little quiet. Didn't want to disturb her, but she said yes, it is the assembly hall. And now, up ahead we have some more caves, and inside some of these are some kind of shrines, which I found yesterday. So one cave there, and as you can see, another cave down here, one through there, and a doorway right through here. So you have to crouch to get in, and yeah, amazing. This one is very big, very open. You can see some stones here, and yeah, the silence is, you know, it gets quieter when you get in here. The cave blocks off some sound, which is very cool indeed. And the door has just been worked its way into the structure of the cave. Incredible. And right next to that one we have another kind of room built in amongst the natural cave, and this one has a really nice shrine. Photo of Lord Buddha, Dalai Lama, all so amazing to see. And here's this is kind of Tibetan icons, and a place again that you can sit and meditate. Okay, leaving that one now. And if you do come here, definitely I would recommend kind of sitting there, do some meditation, or just sit and enjoy the peace. Enjoy, where you are, because it is so special. And actually reminds me of one cave where a monk also used to live when I was in Anuradhapura, Sri Lanka. It gives me similar kind of vibes. But yeah, here's really, really a special place. I'm very happy to be here and to feel this place. And yeah, I've really enjoyed my stay here. I think it's cool to, when you're in a place just like I was then, you know, there's this wooden shrine and you think people have come all the way up here, they've built this shrine, you know, this wood has come from nature, has come from trees. I don't know how far away this wood has traveled from, but when you start to understand the complexity of things and how perfect everything has to be, you know, even when you eat food, it's so many things had to be so perfect for you to enjoy the meal in front of you. And I think it gives you so much gratitude when you start to see the complexity in things like this. And you know, I was in one village and I was picking peas with local people in a big field, and then, you know, at some other point I go to another village and I'm eating peas, and then it gives you the understanding, oh, this has come from, you know, you start to understand the process of things, and that to me is incredible. I really love to learn about the process of food and lots of things. I'm very curious, so yeah, it gives me a lot of appreciation for the things that I get to experience and enjoy in this life. You can see over there the white writing. I think it's some type of mantra, some Tibetan mantra. And wow, just to be here, you know, in the desert almost reminds me of like Nevada or somewhere like that. It's really, really cool. So it does look like there's some caves further up, but I'm actually not going to venture over there. I think, I mean, check out the view first. So beautiful. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is head back down, maybe get something to eat before I leave, and then hitchhike my way to Danka or Kaza. We'll see how my feeling is on the way, but I think, yeah, one of them. I guess this is goodbye to these incredible caves and landscape and nature. It has been an absolute joy to be here, and also in Spiti Valley I've had so many wonderful experiences in villages and amazing people. It's been so great. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey through an ancient part of India with fascinating history. It has been an absolute pleasure to explore with you guys, take you around the caves, around the monastery, and yeah, enjoying local food. Yeah, what an experience. I think, yeah, really special, and definitely I recommend checking this place out. It is definitely in a more isolated part of India, but so recommended. If you like history, if you like archaeology and them type of things, then I can really recommend it. But like I said, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you guys in the next one.